I'm Congressman John Culberson. I'm delighted you're at the Johnson Space Center. Sorry I can't be there in person, but Congress is voting today. And I want to urge you in the strongest possible terms to recommend full funding for a robust manned space program that is proven to be so vital to the success of the United States as a world leader in the spin-offs in technology, in the advancements in rocket propulsion, in aviation, in aeronautics. In so many ways, the manned space program has been vital to our success as a nation. But I think the most important contribution that the manned space program has made to America is the inspiration that our astronauts and engineers and scientists provide to the human spirit. And there's no substitute for touching the human heart to inspire people to achieve above and beyond what they think they can do. And hard to imagine where America would be today but for the Lewis and Clark expedition. My hero Thomas Jefferson sent Meriwether Lewis and Captain Clark out into an unknown wilderness and just over 200 years ago to bring back specimens of animals and plant life and meet new civilizations and go where no man had gone before. And that role of explorer is one that has always touched the American heart and inspired us as a country, lifted us up 200 years ago, lifted Americans up over our entire history to travel out west to settle new frontiers. And it is something that we as people are genetically I think wired to be leaders and explorers and innovators in America. And the manned space program is the linchpin of American innovation. It embodies the American spirit of exploration and innovation and does more, I think, than any other endeavor in America to touch the hearts of young people and lift them up and inspire them. So because of the practical, economic, technological, scientific, and all those other tangible, important spin-offs that we benefit from as a nation to increase productivity, to make us more successful as a nation economically and scientifically, the medical advancements, all of those things are vitally important reasons that you should recommend a robust and fully funded manned space program out into the 21st and 22nd century. But more than any of those reasons, I hope you'll recommend as a commission to fully fund our space program because of the incalculable effect on the human heart and the inspiration that it has provided to me as a native Houstonian, to so many other young people that touched our hearts. If I weren't so flat-footed and bad at mathematics, I'd have applied to be an astronaut and wanted to become an astrophysicist or an astronaut as a young man growing up in Houston and West University. The Gemini program, the Apollo program, the MAN program has truly touched my heart and continues to inspire me, and I admire them immensely. We have an obligation as a Congress, as a country, to stand behind our astronauts and our space program and to support them proudly. Where would the Hubble be without the manned space program that could go up and repair them? We would have lost Skylab, the stuck solar panel had to be repaired by a spacewalk, and the innovation and determination of astronauts who figured out a way to tie themselves off so they could break loose that stuck solar panel. We would have lost Skylab. We would have, I can't imagine what would have happened to Buzz Aldrin and Neil Armstrong on the moon if they hadn't had two astronauts there using their own creativity when they broke the switch on the ascent engine. That Buzz Aldrin had a felt-tip pin with him that they were able to jam in and arm the engine to get off of the moon for our first lunar landing. And of course, Neil Armstrong was able to fly past the field of boulders in the crater to find a safe landing spot. It is absolutely essential that we have a robust, fully funded manned space program. Robots can't do it all. They can't think for themselves, and you're so far out in space with a lag time between the time the transmission leaves the spacecraft and back to the Earth and then back. You must have a human being there to make these decisions. And sadly, the previous administration made bold recommendations for the space program, got all our expectations up, and then never recommended adequate funding. And so it's essential not only that you recommend a robust manned space program, but that you insist that Congress and the administration fully fund it. Never again should we ever lift up the hopes of these wonderful men and women at NASA and people all over the nation that we're going to go to Mars or go to the moon or set some big goal for the space program and then not fully fund it. Help give us that challenge to set the goal. My personal opinion, I think it's essential. We go to the moon. It's only 3 days away. It's a shallow gravity well. A lot of natural resources there that we can tank up and use to carry us on to the next step and to sustain a lunar station there. The moon is as essential a destination as was the space station in low Earth orbit. We've got to have it there as a waypoint to go beyond and help develop the technology needed to go beyond. So I am grateful to you for your commitment and support to the space program. Glad you're at the Johnson Space Center, these magnificent men and women who are so committed to technological excellence, to carrying us on to the next frontier, to boldly go where no man has gone before, to reach out and touch the face of new worlds and one day new civilizations. That is all possible if you will make the recommendation to give us a clearly defined goal to go to the moon and beyond, to have a manned space program that is fully funded. We will meet the challenge. We'll make that commitment as well in Congress, and I'm confident the administration will do the same. So thank you very much for being here today at the Johnson Space Center. Again, I'm sorry I can't join you, and Godspeed and good luck to you in your recommendations, and you can certainly count on me. That's why I asked to serve on the NASA Science Subcommittee on Appropriations, although I say no to virtually all spending requests unless it's medical, scientific, or the space program or national defense. This is a great passion of mine. It's essential for the survival of our nation, for the human heart, and for the American spirit that we have a manned space program that's fully funded and robust. Thank you very much for being here, and I hope I get to meet you personally.